Hello golfers, I'm Greg Jones, Greg the Golf Guy from the Greg Jones Golf Academy in Medina, Ohio. I get a lot of emails, and one of the emails that I've gotten is, how can I straighten my ball flight out? Well, the thing is in order to straighten your ball flight out, one thing that you need to learn is how to practice correctly and understand exactly why the ball flight's not going the way that you want. So number one, I want to talk about swing path. If I have an out to in swing path, that swing path alone produces three flight patterns. That's a pull, a hook, and a slice. The other swing path is in to out, which produces also three flight patterns: a fade, a straight ball, and a draw. Well, we all know that we want the draw or the straight ball. So what we want to do is we want to understand how to hit that. The second part of being able to control the direction is you've got to make the right impact on the ball. So the club face is either square with the toe coming through over the heel, which gives us a straight ball, or at impact the club is slightly closed, which is going to give us a little bit of a right to left spin on it and allow us to draw the ball. So what we want to do is we want to give ourselves the opportunity to practice this correctly. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to eliminate the out to in swing path and only have an in to out swing path. Now what I've done here is I've set up this shaft. And what this shaft is, I'm going to put it one arm's length away from my body, and I'm going to put it even with my toes. And I'm going to make some practice swings. So this is swinging before I even get ready to hit any golf shots. Making these practice swings, when I come through, I want to make sure that I don't hit that shaft in any way. So as I swing, if I keep swinging out through to my final destination, that means I'm not swinging over top or out to in swing path. I'm going to miss this shaft every time. So this is a great drill for those of you that come to the driving range and want to work on developing better in to out swing path, a draw, or a straight ball. So again, I want to do this, and I want to do 10 reps without stopping, trying to get a little bit better feel and high frequency so that I can get this to be more habit for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take my backswing and bring it through. Now as I swing this, every time I make the right swing, I'm not going to hit that shaft. But the first time I make the wrong swing and knock that shaft over, I've got to start over personally. So I want to try to get 10 in a row. And I want to do 3 sets of 10 in a row. Once I get the ability to do that, then I want to go 2 sets of 15, but 2 out of 3 sets. Or I have to start over. So, as you can see, as I'm making this swing, as I'm developing this swing, in-out swing path, I'm never going to hit this shaft. But once I swing out to in, I'm going to continue to hit this shaft. Now this is just a start, because what happens now is you as a golfer have to start being able to practice on the range, hitting golf balls, so that we can sustain this motion during an actual golf shot. So what I do is I add a couple more shafts, a couple more stationary shafts. What I'm going to do with these is, number one, this is where I'm going to hit the ball. I'm going to move this shaft over about 2.5 feet right of where I'm hitting the ball. I'm going to move it over to here. And then I'm going to walk straight in line with where I'm aimed with my ball. And I want to put this shaft just to the left of where I'm aimed, so that when I actually hit this golf ball, if I hit it well, it'll stay right of this shaft. I want to discuss in detail exactly where these shafts are, so that you know exactly where you want to place them. This shaft here is slightly inside of your target line. As I come to this shaft is about 2.5 to 3 feet outside of the target line. And this shaft is right even with my toes at address position. So we need to make sure that when we're practicing that we have these shafts placed correct, so you get the best feedback and can make this swing path work. Okay, now that we have our shaft set correctly, now we want to make the correct swing. So to do that, here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I take the backswing back and out and drop the follow through on the inside. And to give us a better feel on this shot, I want to use only a half swing or a 3/4 swing so that I can feel it, see it, and replicate it a little bit easier. So this is what we want to be able to do. When I take this club back and I bring it back on the inside, swing out, I'm going to swing out to my far right shaft. I'm not going to release the club head so that the ball goes straight. I just want to hit it dead right. So as I come back and through. I just want to pose in this position, allowing myself to feel the swing going out to the right. Okay, now that we've got the shot going off to the right, what I want to do is I want to demonstrate this one more time. And we're going to do this in slow motion so that you can see the actual swing and swing path and how it works. So clearly, you can see that I'm swinging that club off to the right. Now that we're understanding the swing path, hitting that ball to the right, in order to practice this so that you get ownership over it, you need to do this 50, 100, 150 times every time you come and practice. This isn't something that's going to be easy. This is something that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of training and a lot of dedication. Now, after you've taken the time to develop this in-out swing path, the next thing that we have to do is we have to take the time to develop the face angle impact. So what that means is a lot of times when you come through with this club face, obviously the club face is open because the ball slices to the right, or the club face is too close because you're pulling it to the left. What we have to do is we have to get this timing correct of how this club face is supposed to impact with the ball. What I want to do is I want to give you that little pointer on what I look for and how I feel the actual club making impact with the ball. When I come through, I know this is going to sound a little strange, but when I come through, I want the back of my right hand facing directly away from me. So I start off with my hand in this position. When I actually hit the ball, I want my hand in this position. And I know a lot of you watching this are going to say, hey, this ball's going to go dead left. And the answer is no, it's not. And the reason it's not, because at the time of impact, if my left hand or my right hand looked like this, the club face is way out there. So it's already struck the ball. So many times people are trying to get a release, but the release is always tried to be achieved too late in the swing. You're trying to do it right at the ball. You actually have to get the release prior to the ball because the club is actually going to pass the ball before the hands actually get there. Or it's going to be at the exact same time. So the release has to be happening during that impact. So let me demonstrate a shot so that you can watch the swing path and me release the golf club. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I want to do another swing, and we're going to show you this in slow motion so that you can actually see how the right arm comes over top of the left and how the swing path goes out. What you can see in that slow motion shot is that I swung from inside to out on the follow through, and I released the right hand as I came through the shot, allowing the face to close. Making this drill work for you is only going to happen if you work on one piece of it at a time. Work on the swing path first, then work on the release. If you begin to work on the release but start pulling the shot, stop, go back to working on the swing path. Doing this drill on the range is going to allow you to take this shot to the golf course so that you can improve your direction and your consistency of shot. Until next time, remember, learn, practice, and improve.